Welcome back to Southeast Texas Weekly. I'm Kevin Steele. Great to have you with us. Joining us today, Kent Batman, Hardin County GOP Chairman. Good to have you with us, sir.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Michael Lindsay with Lindsay and Parsons also here.
Good to see you, Kevin.
To add a little class to the group, for goodness sake. And Don Brown, an announced candidate for Orange County Democratic Party Chairman. Good to see you. Haven't had you back on the show for a while. We appreciate you being with us.
Thanks for having me.
This matter of the Democratic presidential debate, quite the fisticuffs, you know. These just went at each other. It was a love fest. Bernie Sanders was shaking her hand. Where's the conflict? Where's the Shakespearean drama of the whole presidential debate?
They're too old to fight.
They're too old to
Those
fight.
guys are
Bernie
geriatrics.
Sanders is up there. Her biggest challenger. Literally shaking her hand, saying, enough with these darned emails.
And that is how you wind up getting things done.
You've got
being
gravitas
civil
and
to the people you
poise,
deal
and then there's civil people on the
That's right.
Democratic side, huh?
with. Yes.
All right. Who won the debate? Who won the debate?
I think that probably Hillary did.
Who won the debate?
The Democratic Party, it was good dialogue, good discussion.
And that civil discourse that you're talking about?
I think people would like that.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump
Donald
won.
Trump won the debate.
Now, how
No
could,
question. He
now, how
tweeted
could
the
that-
whole time. His followers are way higher
He
than
was.
any of theirs. It just kept
He
getting
was.
better and better for him.
He was, in fact, tweeting throughout the event. But with these zingers, is there going to be a shelf life to the zingers that the American people are going to withstand with Donald Trump? Is this the carnival barker that you get tired of after 90
I have
minutes?
said so. I have said he was not going to last. I said it over and over and over, and I keep finding he keeps lasting.
Yeah.
While others fall to the side, he survives.
There does seem to be, from the polling anyway, there seems to be a lot of support there. Bernie Sanders supporters say CNN was pro-Hillary. What do you say to that when you see those articles? Does anybody believe that the questions were designed around issues that Hillary Clinton would have found easier to be able to explain, that the questioning seemed pro-Hillary? What say you?
I thought Anderson Cooper did a good job. I think he's fair. I think the questions were pretty much straightforward, and I think you could argue that the questions favored Bernie Sanders as well if you just want to be argumentative.
It's more of a question perspective, maybe, or how you
I like the
subjectively
fact
see
that he seemed to want to hold everybody's feet to the fire.
Anderson Cooper.
Yes.
I've seen it in. The Brady bill was heavily supported in the polls. This bill that puts forth the idea that there have to be background checks before you get to buy a gun in America. But Bernie Sanders, the Vermont senator, was against it. Did he lose support when he admitted to opposing the Brady bill? And he essentially argued, he seemingly laid it out why he did not support it at the time. That he's in a rural state, Vermont, and that he wasn't specific as
He
to all
pointed
the
out, though,
details.
that the NRA also has given him a D- grade.
D- grade.
So, I mean, he
Vermont is a
But,
constitutional carry state. They're big on freedom. And so I guess it pays for him to have that. I think that's one of the reasons he's getting a lot of support amongst college students.
And that takes you to, if I hear you saying political expediency, that takes you to the question of, from pretty early on, of whether Hillary has flip-flopped many, many times based on political expediency. That she's here on this issue and then she flips to that. Did anybody lay a glove on her, as we said in the earlier segments, when it comes to this matter of being a flip-flopper for political expediency, Michael?
No, nobody laid a glove on her in that debate in terms of being a flip-flop or anything. And I thought Bernie Sanders, when you talk about his position on the Second Amendment and guns, he was consistent with what he was last week and what he's been for the last 10 years.
She actually showed that she was an intellectual. She was intelligent enough to actually take new information, process it, and utilize that information, come up with a new
She
position.
was so intellectual between the beginning of the Iraq War and now that she supported the Iraq War then, and she has flipped intellectually full circle to where now it was anathema in the Bush administration.
But she's different than Barack
Well,
Obama. 'Cause she's a female.
even Bush's
She-
own brother
she's a
said that,
female.
though. Even Jeb Bush said it was a mistake. I don't think anybody would say that war was justified now.
Why were there no Planned Parenthood direct questions?
Because they didn't want to have anything controversial. This was supposed to be a love fest. This was Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton standing right next to each other. Who knows who the hell those other three guys
Yeah.
were, right? They're just a bunch of old guys.
Yeah, it was Sanders, Hillary. They've been around some, but yeah, you must admit there's no real chance for the other three candidates. Anybody agree?
At all.
Can you name all three real quick?
No,
I can't.
Webb?
I don't think
You're
there's-
right. Let's see. What is it?
Lincoln
Jim Webb,
Chafee.
Lincoln Chafee.
Webb, and
Martin O'Malley.
The Baltimore guy.
Martin O'Malley. It took all four of us to get
Threw
it.
me.
We're going to come back right after this break with more. Stay with us. It's